Good morning. My name is EB. I am the owner of Smart with Money Planning, and today we're going to talk about your financial independence plan. Do you just want to work forever until you die? Probably not, right? So what do you do to make sure that you can stop working as soon as possible? You have to save, you have to invest, you have to learn to watch your expenses. You have to minimize your taxes. Sounds like a lot, right? So how do you do this? How do you figure it all out? Well, you come see a financial coach and CPA such as myself who will say, hey, John, for example, um, so when do you want to be financially independent? And he'll say, hey, as soon as possible, right? Ha ha ha. And I'll say, yeah, don't we all? And then I'll say, but realistically, you probably don't want to work till you're like 65. It'd be like, no, right? And then I'll say, so basically you want to save as much money as you can tolerate, because whatever you're not spending, you're saving, basically. And there's a certain lifestyle that people have to have. It's different for everyone. I'm not gonna tell you to always pack, rice and beans for lunch and live in a one bedroom studio apartment. I mean, a one bedroom apartment or studio. If I know that, you would feel dead if you had to do that anyway. So what I say is this: think about the things you care about the most. If you really have to have a comfortable, safe place, of course, then you get that, right? But understand you'll probably have to sacrifice eating out as much, or drinking as much, or going out, traveling to different events as much. Or maybe you are barely in your home, so you love traveling to different events. So then you want to have a more, cheaper, low cost home, uh, abode, right? And then you focus on doing what you love and traveling, spending money, whatever. Or you're really serious about your car. Life is always about trade-offs. So first you set your values, what you care about the most, and you go for those things. And then the things you realize you don't even care that much about, like maybe all designer clothes or a big car note or something like that, you cut back. And that's how we work it out. And it's almost like therapy, because there's some things you won't be able to see because you've been doing them for so long. And there's some things I'll see off the top, and then I ask you, how do you really feel about, spending $400 a month going out? And you'll be like, you know what? I'm actually in my 30s now. It's not a big deal for that. So let's cut that back. And then we check in, and you stay on track. And whenever you have questions, you hit me up, and I tell you, like, advise you. What do you care most about? What would make you feel most successful, most proud about your life? If you were able to retire at like 62, 62 and a half, which I say that strategically because that is one of the milestones you could retire at and have more access to your retirement homes. 59 and a half, but for Social Security, it's 62 and a half. And do you want to make sure that you don't need Social Security, that it's just icing on the cake? Because there are a lot of people who want to cut Social Security, and the Social Security fund is not looking good. Even if everybody wanted it to be there, it's well underfunded. So my point is, you have to see, okay, if I could save $500 a month, then that's $6,000 a year. If you invested in certain investments that have a high probability of giving you a 8% return, especially over a long timetable, then you'll see just how quick that builds up. Start somewhere. Time is money, literally, because of compound interest. And you can have your financial independence as soon as possible. When you spend frivolously, when you buy some food and eat part of it and throw it out, whether that's groceries or a meal, you're wasting money. When you're driving places that you don't need to go to, you're wasting money. When you're buying clothes that you barely wear, when you have a bunch of clothes you rarely wore, you haven't really worn already, a bunch of shoes, so on and so forth. You're robbing your future. Every dollar you spend frivolously, especially on something that you don't really care that much about, you are making yourself have to work longer. The more money you save and invest, the freer you become from having to work. My name's EB. I'm the founder of Smart with Money Planning, and my contact info is in the description. I'll add it to this video too. Let's just have a conversation. You could talk to me, no obligation, bounce some things off me if you want to. I give you some general advice. If you want specific advice, then we'll work something out that's fair to both of us. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.